gotta say, probably the biggest benefit to staying in a hotel is the free coffee. I have to say this isn't the absolute best coffee I've had, but it's pretty dang good, especially since it was free. Alright, we are on our way to a park in Atascocita. Whoops. You alright? Saving some money and saving some gas by walking to this park. It's going to be a little bit of a hump, but I think we can do it. I still have enough coffee to get me there. And it is a nice day. Now, technically we're not supposed to be using this park because some homeowner associations park, but I'm counting on you not to tell anybody. Oh, another bonus of staying in this hotel right there is you've got the Atascocita Volunteer Fire Department right there. Just in case. We made it to the park. It's actually a pretty nice little park here. You got the kiddie area. And they've got a pool with a slide. I think there's a diving board, some other stuff over there. It's probably a little cold to use the pool though. And I also got my film camera gear with me, so we'll take some black and white pictures. All of my development chemicals are in, well, they're being shipped. So I can't develop any film. All the pictures I'm going to take on this whole journey will stay undeveloped until I get to Guam. Then once I get to Guam, it's probably going to be about a month once our household goods get there. Then I can start developing this stuff. So it'd be cool to insert pictures, film pictures in these videos, but maybe I'll make a montage or something like that when I get there. Filipinas and cell phones, they go hand in hand. They're inseparable. Have you ever seen anybody balance and work their cell phone at the same time? That's a remarkable skill set. Alright, so my film camera gear. We got our Pentax 35mm K1000. The second most frequently used is my grandparents' Brownie, model 2C. It's actually a pretty cool little camera. It's really basic, not much to it. It takes 120 film, which is this stuff here. And I've had to put some gaffer's tape around the edges to keep the light out, because it doesn't, it's not light proof. My grandparents' Brownie movie camera. This thing is awesome. I love the film that comes out of here. It's silent. It's 8mm. This is a I forget what they call it, but basically you've got one roll of film. It's 25 feet long. You expose one half of the film, then you take the film out, flip it over, and put it back in, and then you expose the other half. So then when you have it developed, the developer will develop the film, then they will slice the film right down the middle, and then splice the two together, so you have a 50-foot roll of film. That 50-foot roll of film costs like $30 to develop it. It's about $30, and then shipping about 10 bucks. For one roll of film that lasts 4 minutes, costs about $70. All right, here's a little tutorial on how to use a Kodak Brownie Model 2C camera. This is my grandparents' camera. I'm using the middle aperture setting, which is the medium hole. I believe that's about an f/16, not sure. but somewhere around there. I'm hoping it'll be just slightly underexposed for my development technique. We've got the shutter ready to go right here. We're on exposure number 7. We're ready to fire. Let's go take a picture. All right, the key to getting a decent picture with this thing is whatever you're taking a picture of and the camera both have to be perfectly still. So I'm finding her in the viewfinder. There's Dr. B in the viewfinder. Being still like a good girl. All right, so shot. You ready? 1, 2, 3. That was it. So now my shutter release is down in this position, so the next picture that I take, I have to flip it up. So as soon as you fire the shutter, always get in the habit, if you got one of these cameras, winding film advance this way. So now we're on exposure number 8. All right, we're at 8. So we're going to advance this all the way. Just keep advancing so you don't see any film anymore. And this gets really easy to turn. So now I know the film has rolled up inside. Let's go take it out. All right, as I said, I had to put some tape on the outside of this to keep it light proof. There's that one. Slide this open. That way the back can open. Before you start pulling anything out, make sure this thing slides out. So I usually just keep turning it like you're winding the film until it's all the way out. That's all the way out. I'll show you why in a minute. These things are made out of really old cardboard, so you have to be very careful. Slide this out. Sometimes this just doesn't fit good in here, and so I took some wax, beeswax, whatever, and rubbed it on the side, rubbed it on the inside there, and this thing slides in and out like butter. So here's the old roll of film. Here's the new one, or the one that I just exposed. And so you can see it says exposed. The reason why you have to pull that winding knob out is because it's in there when you're winding this film. It goes through here and it turns the film and advances it. So you can see that in there. So the winding, that knob has to come out so it's out of the way. Otherwise
it'll be stick.
It's sticking out and you will never get that film cartridge out of there. So always make sure that is out as far as it'll go first, and then pull it out. So this is exposed, ready to roll. I'm trying this cheap film out, see how it works. This is 400 speed. I try to stick with 400 when I'm shooting this thing. Just haven't had the best of luck with 100. So I'm taking this out. Pop the wrapper off. Just pull these little brass ears out so the take-up spool. This is the spool that the old film came on that I just took out. And the film goes inside this little door, just like this. Close the door. Drop the spool in here. Make sure you get it on the little axles there. They're sticking in. I have to pull the tab out a little bit. You pull this out. So this is the underside of this. Make sure you wind this the correct way. Now on this side you only have one little brass axle sticking out to put this on. The other one is the advanced knob that goes through the camera. Then carefully insert this whole package right back inside. Close it back up. Alright, so now just wiggle this back in and just spin it. You can see just wind it until you get a number 1. That'll indicate you're on your first frame. Different films do different things. Some of them have little arrows, some of them have little dots, some of them have all kinds of weird stuff. There's the arrows telling you to keep trucking. There's some dots. One. We're ready to go. That's it.